Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. So here's what we're going to do today. My name is Laura Evans. For those of you that I have not been able to meet yet, I'm looking forward to meeting you and getting to know you. We are going to do two things today. The first thing we're going to do is spend some time with Deb Erickson, my mindset coach, the founder of Ican Institute. And for those of you that may not be familiar with her content of neuro tools, they are game changers. They are absolutely game changers for your mindset. So we're going to do a little orientation on the Mind and Body course program, which is a 90-day content program to help you be sure that you know where to go, how to get the most out of it. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to take the second half of our time together, and Deb is so generously going to spend some time doing a check-in. So for some of you that are listening to this call, you have already begun your 2 weeks free trial of the Mind and Body program, and we want to check in with you. How are you doing? What results are you getting? What are you listening to? What questions do you have? We want to check in with you about that. So first, let's dig into just a little bit of the orientation. Here is why mindset is so important. Deb can cover a little bit about that, but from my perspective, you know, I've hung on to this saying for years that says, where you are is not who you are, it's just where you are. And it's given me so much confidence when maybe in my body, I'm not exactly feeling the way I want to feel, or looking the way I want to look, or fitting into the clothes I want to fit into, right? Who can feel me there? It's awful when you can't fit into something that you want to fit into. But then it also applies to my finances, and it applies to, my business. Where you are is not who you are. It's just where you are. When you get to the root, though, sometimes it's the who do I think I am part that I need a little help with. I need a little help with because left to myself, I'm not as much of an encourager of who I am. I'm not able to describe who I am as well as others might describe, or as well as someone like a neuroscientist that specializes in helping you have confidence in who you are and how your mindset functions. And that's what the Mind and Body app does for me. That's what Deb Erickson does for me. I feel like it speaks life over me, whether I'm listening to some of the neuro tools in the morning on my walk, or whether I'm listening to them as I fall asleep, which is a great time to listen, by the way. So anybody that says, I need more time to listen to these, listen as you fall asleep. Your subconscious is still listening. That's okay. That counts. So I love this program, and we want to introduce you to, we've been transitioning the content over to a more user-friendly platform. And as such, you're going to see that we're going to transition you over the next week to a new link. You still get all the offers that you've had before, but you'll see my name in the link. And the reason that you're going to see my name in the link is because we've segmented all of you for the special pricing that Deb and I have worked out for all of you. So that's why you're going to see my name in the link. But I want you to know, I had a lot of questions from folks about, I wish I could, you're going to find this platform super easy, by the way, very user-friendly. But some people have said to me, I wish that I could have it as an app. And my reply to them is, well, you can, and maybe you don't know. So I'm going to show you real quickly before I turn it over to Deb, that any website that you want to visit, whether it is the Ican Mind and Body link that you've got that we're using, or whether it is Amari, the mental wellness company link, any website that you go to on your phone, when you go to that website, like I'm at this link right now, the Ican Mind and Body, there's a little forward button at the bottom, like you're going to send something, you're going to forward something. You hit forward, and then you scroll down, because I'm not going to text it to anybody right now. I'm looking for, it says add to home screen. You hit add to home screen, add, and it brings it up as an icon on your home screen, as on your home screen, just like an app would be. mind blown, right? You have that power in your finger to take that and make an app out of anything that you go to frequently. So that's how you can use a shortcut to do that on your phone. And with that, let me just ask real quickly, how many of you are using this? I don't have a poll feature in here. I'd love to know how many of you are accessing the content on desktop versus how many of you are accessing the content on mobile, or both. Drop it in the chat just so that we can get a better idea of user experience. I'd love to see, are you accessing the content desktop, or are you accessing it on mobile, or are you accessing it on both? Both. Okay, great. Desktop. Okay, good, good. All right, good. Thank you. Okay, great. Good, 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 guys. That helps us get a little bit of an idea of user interface. So with that, I'm going to turn over the rest of this orientation to the mindset coach, founder of Ican Institute, my dear friend, Deb Erickson. Deb, thanks for meeting up with us again today. We appreciate it.
Oh, Laura, you know this, you have my heart. I love Amare. I love you. I love your team. You know, this is the place that is the most fun place for me to play. So I feel like I am blessed and honored to be with such an incredible leader and an incredible team.
Thank you, Deb. Thank you. That's really nice. We feel the same way about you.
Good. All right. So let's rock and roll, folks. So I'm going to answer a couple big questions. How did we create this? Why did we create this? I get this all the time. Look, Ican Mind and Body, right, is designed so that you can bring the power of neuroscience and neural tools to reframe, retrain your brain, because your brain communicates with the body and tells the body what to do, right? We know that from all of the science, the major science that really has been unfolded in the last 10, 20 years. We now know the brain has neuroplasticity, which means we can change it, right? We can actually reframe and retrain and rewire the brain. And because we know the brain is constantly telling the body what to do, we know that retraining the brain will reshape the body. So I don't care what your wellness challenge is, your mindset is either helping to make it better or causing you to be stuck. In other words, please hear me. This is not a new concept. This is the science we have known forever. It's really science that Amare products are built on, is understanding the power of how the mind is influencing the body, the gut, you know, the entire system. So let's jump into what this does, right? This goes side by side with your products, right? So I want you to know that when you are consuming a product, how you feel about that product elevates its efficiency and its effectiveness. What you expect, how you expect your body to respond, it elevates everything. You guys getting it? And so mindset, everything begins with mindset. And that's what this system is going to do. It's going to help you find the wellness you seek. So whatever your intention is, you want to drop weight. Do you want to build muscle mass? Do you want to center your thinking processes? Do you want to improve your gut health? Do you want to improve your energy, your passion? Okay. All of that begins, right? It's the relationship mind-body. So let's get you started. What we did is we took this system, and Laura is creating access for you guys at a reduced rate, and she is bringing to you the best of the best. So let me show you how that all looks. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to run over. We have put this in a program called Kajabi. And what this is going to mean for you guys, see up here, it says Laura Kajabi. So what it means here is that you have your own access. This access is strictly for Laura's organization, the Amare family that she brings into it. And she can tell you all the dynamics of that, but I want to show you basically how the course is set up. So you'll notice that there are 4 categories. Getting started, that's your orientation and your launch. And then here are the modules, right? And the neuro tools and check-in sessions. Now, I'm going to go to the check-in sections and show you that this is where our sessions that are live with you guys specifically, they are going to go right here. You guys got it? And this is just a short little orientation that says, here's what check-in sessions look like. But as we do check-in sessions together, they will drop in right here so that you will be able to see those sessions, participate in them live, or go to the recordings. I just want you guys to kind of see that. This is the menu bar here. So when you want to back up and go, oh, that's cool, but I want to go back to modules, right? You can come back, just click that. That's your menu. So getting started, where many of you have already spent some good time, this is going to talk about the difference here of mind power, understanding how the mind works, right? So you're going to watch this short video. It's only 7 minutes and 20 seconds, right? And then here's what you can expect. Now, some of these modules, actually, let's look at Plan for Success. They actually have some PDFs. So here's some downloads, a wellness planner. And as you open up your wellness planner, the thing that I want to show you, let me see if I can get that to show up on Zoom. It's downloading.
And I have my wellness planner here.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. There's the bonus planner. What the planner is going to do, guys, is it is going to allow you. I'm going to open this up. Can you see this, Laura, or not? Probably not.
I can see that you have the download, but I don't see the download.
I'm going to go back and start over again. You know how Zoom is sometimes. So here is what this planner looks like, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so here's the thing I want to show you guys as you move through it. I gave you some samples so you can figure out exactly how to use your planner. You're going to start with what and why. What's your goal? Why do you want it? That's important, right? And then we're going to put the plan together. And what you will notice is that the planner is focusing on all the things that are important. How I move, right? My movement, my body. This is where your products will go over here. What do you want to increase? What are you going to release? Right? It's always focused on things we want to add and things we want to reduce in our system. So we have mind, body, and other wellness commitments that you are making to yourself. Guys got it? And then you have the ability to drop in your month and your day. Here's some samples, right? So you can look through the samples and notice this is customizable completely for your products. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. The beautiful thing about just simply this wellness log is it's going to tell your brain, see this is what we're going to focus on. I love it because, and I take all Amari products as well, is I can say, I'm going to add happy juice to my day. And as I add happy juice to my day, what does that mean? Man, I'm going to add that midday. I know what I'm going to expect from that. I know the impact it has on my body. And then you know what? I'm going to add my shake every single morning. And all of the product lines that I'm going to add in there, it's all there. I just want you to know that. So what it does is it really helps me. It helps me plan my subscription, right? I know exactly what I need. I know when I need it because I know what I'm adding. I know when I consume it, what I'm expecting. I'm telling my body, here's what this is. Here's what we're going to do with it. So I personally really love that planner because what it does is it integrates everything that's important to me. My movement, all my wellness commitments, my self-care, yes, and what I consume. You guys got it. All right. So let me show you some more because I want you to know the planning part of this is critical, but then it gets really good from there. So I'm going to go back to modules after I finish the getting started. Then I move into my daily modules, and into the modules, you notice you have several things. See where it says brain training? This is about 20 minutes each module. You're going to get this core training that explains the neuroscience and how you're going to pay attention during this module. And every module lasts 2 weeks. So I'm going to get in and do my first module is my brain training, right? I'm the boss of my body. And then I'm going to go back and notice I have daily power-ups. Each of the daily power-ups run 5-7 minutes long, short little video, right? That helps me create focus for the day. And if there is an attachment, here's a poster, right? I can put it on my phone. I can print it out. I can put it on my desktop. What it does is it offers you 3 levels of commitment. Guys, this is one of my favorite parts of the program, right? When you choose Easy Does It, all you're going to do that day is listen to your power up and use your neuro tools. That's it. So power up, 5 to 7 minutes. Neuro tools, you, like Laura said, you can listen to the nighttime tool at night while you're falling asleep. You might use a tool midday that helps you shift cravings, right? And pattern interrupt when you're about ready to hook yourself into a bad habit. But just use 2 neuro tools, and you're going to listen to the morning power up. That's it. Now, if you say, Deb, I got more energy than that to put into this. This is really important to me. Great. Go to level 2, choose level 2. Then what you're going to do is up level your neuro tool, and you're going to fill out your daily log. So this is really your target. I got this is your daily target. This is what I would love for you to do. If you want to create real lasting change, this is the place you want to play, guys. Got a really heavy day and lots of things to do, go down to Easy Does It. But then there's sometimes you're going to listen to the morning power up and you're going to say, oh my goodness, this is my issue. This is the thing I really need to focus on. And in that case, we're going to turbocharge your day. And as you turbocharge your day, you're going to do 4 neuro tools. You're going to fill out that daily log, and there's an additional little assignment of one kind or another. So this one says display the commitment poster 5 places, right? Somewhere in your life experience. Why? Because we're bombarding the brain. So every day you get to choose the level you want to play at. You know why that's so important, guys? Because what it's doing is it's giving the power to you to decide today, how can I play? You know, have you ever seen those exercise videos? There's always 3 people in the video. There's the person running the video that's in front, and she's showing you kind of like the standard way to do it. And then there's always somebody off to one side that's doing it really easy and light. And there's somebody on another side that's going all out crazy, right? What they're demonstrating to you is that you have the power to customize a program to meet your needs. This is designed the same way. So do you want to say, I got this? That's the standard way to run the program. Or are you going to say, you know what, Deb, man, I'm turbocharging today. I'm going all out. Let me play, you know, full in, full out. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, great. Or you wake up one day and you're like, oh. You will be tempted on a day like that to just quit. Or say, I'll start on Monday. Don't do it. Don't pause your program. Choose Easy Does It. Easy Does It is easy. Listen to some neuro tools. I mean, do you have 5 minutes in the day? Great. Then you can do Easy Does It. Let me tell you why this is so important. Because you're training your brain. You are training your brain that your health, your wellness, your commitment is a non-negotiable, that you will do at a minimum Easy Does It every single day. So what that does, guys, is it supports the consumption of the product line, right? So if you are using GBX, right, you are using the Burn product, and you say, I'm committed every single day. I will consume these products. I will use my neuro tools. I promise you, the impact in your life will be substantial. Why do I know that? Because I know the product line is unequaled in the market. And I know that the neuro tools transform your mind. So if you have something transforming your body and something transforming your mind, you got the whole package here, guys. You feel that? So make a commitment every day that at the bare minimum, you consume your product line commitment, whatever that is. And then the second side of it is commit that you are going to listen to 2 neuro tools and your morning power up. Absolutely non-negotiable. That's the easy does it method. Now, if you're ready to go more, you have the choices to customize the program. The more engaged you are, the faster you transform your mind and therefore your body. Now, if you watched my video, you know that I dropped 60 pounds using this process, and I've kept it off for 5 years. That has never happened in my life. You guys get it? Never happened in my life. And the reason it happened was because I shifted my mind from temporary to lifelong. So in the past, my process was always, I'm going to follow this challenge, this short-term challenge, and I'm going to contort my body, and I'm going to force it by reducing the calories. I'm just going to make myself lose the weight, which I did successfully dozens of times through my life. If you added up everything I've lost probably more than 1,000 pounds in my life. But that's not a success story because I've gained more than 1,000 pounds back. And what I decided this time around was I want to transform my life and I want to live in perpetual wellness. So what I did, right, was I retrained my brain first to believe that this was the easiest thing I have ever done. The easiest thing I have ever done. This wasn't product focused. This was mindset focused. Now you guys have the opportunity to combine, right, the Amare product line, which I do believe are the best products in the market, in the world, and the best neurotraining in the world. Now we put those two things together and you are going to be creating a lifestyle of wellness, a lifestyle of mental, emotional, and physical health that is unequaled anywhere on the planet. All right, I'm going to go back to this one more time because I got to show you the magic of this system are the neural tools. So you've seen, let me go back. Come back up here to the menu bar. Guys, see that menu bar? Go back to the modules and notice here the neural tools, right? See the neural tools? So when you click on neural tools, these are the tools that you will learn about inside your modules. I'll tell you to do different tools inside these modules. Now, I will tell you one of my all-time favorite is at night, listen to I Love My Body, right? And you can also listen to, I'm just looking where it, oh, let me see. Maybe it's right over here. There it is, my mind-body connection. Those are the two nighttime. See, it says PM neural tool. Let me go back and see this one. I Love My Body, AM or PM. You can listen to it either time. But see, when it says PM, they're great for falling asleep. Now, the other favorite I have is Mind Body Binaural. You can use this all day long, guys. I promise you that if you use a nighttime neural tool and fall asleep to it, and you use this one during the day, it absolutely will transform. It will transform your mind and body. And so as you listen to these, let me just show you this one. If you click on it, you'll notice this is not a video, this is an audio. Okay, this is just an audio. This one is 28 minutes long, and you listen to it while you're doing other things. So I want to be really clear. You put on a headset because it's got a right track and a left track. And what you're going to do is listen as you go. So you can literally get out into the world. You can be driving. There's no meditation or hypnosis in that. You can be listening to it while you're working out. You can listen to it while you're cooking, while you're doing other activities that don't require any specific intention. Got it? Start using it today. And what you're going to notice is a shift. You're going to notice a shift in your cravings. You're going to notice a shift in your habitual patterns. You're going to notice a shift in your language. You're going to start saying, this is so easy. This is effortless. Look at my body changing. I love who I am. I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm creating. all of that is going to change easily because we're rewiring, right? We're rewiring the conscious mind. Okay, Laura, that was a whirlwind trip, but come join me.
Yes. Thank you so much, Deb. Hey guys, before we wrap up this orientation view, are there any questions about anything? Please put them in the chat. Any questions about how to get started, how to flow from one section to another? I just want to make sure that we've got that answered for you guys. And also drop it in the chat. Who has listened to any neuro tools? Have you listened to neuro tools? Which one did you listen to? Would love to hear that from you. Great, Tracy. That's amazing. And did you like it? Which one did you listen to? Put that in the chat. Very good. Can we still invite people? What is the, I love my body and I love my birthday. Yes, Tracy. I love my body and my birthday. That's amazing. I really love that one. And I love the mind-body connection to fall asleep too. It just makes me feel so good about my choices for the day. Instead of as I fall asleep, criticizing myself over, I didn't do this, or I didn't get this done. I didn't do this right. I mean, does anybody else run into that? Like you hear all the critics at night. It just totally refocuses my energy to what did I do today? And Deb's voice is so amazing. I just love being able to fall asleep listening to Mind and Body Connection. Highly recommend that one if you guys haven't tried it. Yes, Helen, we can still invite people. Deb, the link, what is the link that I should give them in this transition? Should I give them the $7 or the annual one, those two ones? Is that the ones I should show them?
I think that's what you ought to give. If somebody hasn't started yet, jump in for $7 or you can do the annual, which I think takes it down to like $6 a month.
And so they get 2 weeks free, or they, right?
If they're going to just go ahead and buy it and get started on this new platform, they're paying right out of the gate. If they want 2 weeks free right now, and guys, this is a very short offer. Everybody going forward is going to need to just buy access for $7 a month. But right now they could go to Ican Mind and Body /GBX burn. Right, that we can put that in the chat. That at this moment in time was the special offer that gave them 2 weeks free, but that will be going away. So if somebody's going to jump in, they need to do that. The platform that I'm showing you, Rochelle, is where we're going next. This will be active by the end of the week, and that's what you'll be looking at. The platform that you currently have is not quite as nice. We're trying to make it better for you. And so the new one that I just showed you, that will be active mid to late week. Midweek next week is probably when we'll offer you the opportunity to move over to the new one.
And so here is the 2-week free one, but guys, that expires, next week. So that was something special that Deb pulled together. But $7 a month, and somebody can cancel at any time. Yeah. I really think for like 23 cents a day, we can find a way for someone to make this investment in themselves. And they can cancel at any time. Okay. Tracy, we will follow up on that. I'm making a note of that for Deb, and we will follow up and figure that out for you. You may not be charged until your 2-week trial is over, Tracy. That's what's happening there. So you're not going to be charged until next week. Okay. Thank you, Krista. Okay, Deb, let's move into the check-in session. So I'm going to let you lead this session and go ahead and get started with how you want to run the check-in for this last 30 minutes that we've got.
All right. So just so everybody knows, we will be doing 3, not counting today. We will do 3 additional live check-ins where you get to come and ask questions. And normally on the check-ins, I will spend just a few minutes giving a little bit of direction to everybody, and then I'll take the live Q&A. So you're going to bring your experience, bring your challenges, bring anything you would like to talk about to one of those check-ins. The idea is simply this, that I want to personally help you make sure you are applying things in a way that works well. So what I want to do as a start to this check-in is I want to talk about the power of neurotools. So the power of neurotools is simply this. As you listen, right, to a neurotool, you have several different kinds. The first kind is the nighttime, and the binaural, which is reprogramming. It's putting new language in your head. So instead of, like Laura's talking about, instead of you looking in the mirror and going, yeah, don't like what I see, or what a loser, you gave in to sugar again, and I can't believe, all the stuff we do that criticizes and belittles ourselves and our body and all of that. We want to up level, right, the language that's going on. So we're going to plant new messaging, right? New language, a foundation that says, I love myself. I have an amazing body. I am powerful. I'm the boss. I get to choose, right? We're going to have new language there. So that's what those things are doing. And it takes time. But what you're going to notice is that as you begin to reframe and re-language your subconscious mind, you are going to elevate your confidence. You're going to elevate your belief. You're going to elevate your commitment. You're going to elevate how you talk to yourself over time. Remember, your current languaging, it was created repetition over time. So you created what you have over how many years? I don't, for me, it's like 66 years, right? I mean, it's been a while. So the truth is, it takes a while. It takes some time to recreate something new. So we're going to use that over time. But then let's take it a step further and say, you also need neurotools that help right now in this moment, right? Have you ever had the experience where something occurs and all of a sudden you're standing in front of the fridge and you're standing in front of the cupboard and you're saying, I need something. I need some sugar. I need some cookies. I need some ice cream. I need something salty. I want, or maybe you don't even catch yourself standing in front of the fridge. All of a sudden you're sitting on the couch with a bag of something in your hands, right? And you notice, wow, I don't even know how I got here. How did I get to the place where I just blew my eating plan? Or maybe it's time to get to the gym or go for the walk or do the yoga class or sit down for meditation, and you blow it off because you're too busy, because something's happening. Just notice that all of our best laid plans get disrupted and get hijacked by life, by stress, by all those other things. And so what I want you to understand is this is a journey where you can use a neurotool to interrupt a pattern. So as you're standing at the door, right, wouldn't it be nice to have a neurotool that you could immediately log in and say, give me some power, Deb, give me some strength, give me some direction. And in that moment, bam, you can move in a new direction, right? So you're going to get those kinds of tools to pattern, interrupt the moment, and patterns to rewire the brain. That's what's available inside this mind-body program. So make sure you're jumping in, guys, and you are learning how these tools work and how you want to use them, and begin to use them. 2 tools a day is the minimum you'd like to use. And remember, one of those is while you're falling asleep. Got it? Okay, excellent. All right, so guys, what I'd like you to do is either raise your hand or just unmute yourself. And I'm looking for somebody who would like a little coaching, somebody who's got a question about Module 1. So those of you who have jumped into Module 1 and you're like, Deb, I need a little help, this is the time to do that. So who would like a little bit of support? Raise your hand. That's normally how we do it. Just you go down to the bottom and you say, where'd it go? Where is that? Do you see it, Laura? I'm trying to find.
Yeah, you know what? I do not see raise your hand, but that's okay. Just drop it in the chat. Just say Tracy Downing. Okay, Tracy Downing's up.
Tracy, how you doing?
Well, I've gained 8 pounds on burn.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do some support for you right now. So what do you know about why that could happen?
Emotional.
And does it feel like that's happening?
Well, I mean, I know I have a lot of stress I didn't expect to gain. So
tell me what's changed for you. What's changed? How could you possibly gain? Are you exercising?
yeah.
Okay, so you could be building muscle mass. How else could you gain? You could retain water. Are you increasing salt intake?
Intermittent fasting.
Okay. All right. And so here's the thing about intermittent fasting is it does change body chemistry for a short period of time.
Yeah.
So it could easily be that you're retaining water or you're building muscle mass. Some of those things cause it to move.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm going to teach you is stay off the scale for a while. And this is why, because what happens is our body shifts, and as our body shifts, we make a judgment. So what are you saying to yourself right now?
Well, I did say I did gain weight on intermittent fasting and GBX Fit.
Right.
And so I did step out of that challenge because I stopped weighing myself. So it did cross my mind this morning to not worry about the challenge.
Right. So just notice that here's what I want to help you with, Tracy, is that this is what happens to us, is that we start a new habit and then we immediately evaluate, uh-oh, it's not working, something's wrong, and so GBX isn't working, or intermittent fasting isn't working, or this isn't working, or I better jump out of the challenge, or I'm scared, or okay, just take a breath and recognize there is a short-term challenge which you can participate in or not, doesn't really matter. And then there's lifelong changes. And so for you, what I'd love to really kind of lean into is, Tracy, you're here for the life change, are you not? Yeah. So allow the GBX thing to just happen. Allow that to happen. Did I say it right? GBX? BGX?
The burn challenge.
GBX. Yep. Gut brain axis burn.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Deb. I was just going to say that I really don't think, even though they ask for a weekly weigh-in, I don't think whether you choose to do that or not makes you forfeit the challenge.
Okay.
So release that, let go of that concern. I can see how that would feel pressuring for folks. But I don't believe, I'm double checking, but I don't believe it's the results at the end of the 90 days that matters, not the week.
Okay.
So go ahead, Deb. Sorry.
Well, I want to get to the mindset of it, because this is what happens to us, is that we measure something too quickly, usually, and then we judge failure or success because somehow it's not matching something, some expectation, some desire, whatever. Your body is in transition right now, Tracy. Your body is trying to adjust to a new product line, a new exercise routine, a new mindset routine. It's trying to adjust. And almost always, as you begin to move, you begin to retain water and build muscle mass. And we know both of those weigh more than fat. So what you aren't really seeing is fat loss at all, because if you're standing on a scale, or even sometimes if you're measuring, it isn't the right measurement. It isn't giving you the right information. So let's ask a couple other questions. How long have you been doing this?
3 weeks.
How do you feel?
Well, right now I feel anxious because I weighed myself this morning.
Yeah, I get it. But forget the number. Yeah. How do you feel in your body?
A little disconnected.
Okay. So tell me what that means. I'm gonna try to help coach you through this, but I need to know what it means.
Yeah. Like out of alignment, like what I want and what's happening are not. So maybe shame.
All right. So before you stepped on the scale, how did you feel about the process?
Good.
There we go. So your gut feeling before you took a measurement, right, was good. I'm feeling good. Did you feel like you were stronger? Did you feel like you liked a little bit more about how you were feeling in your body? I mean, tell me, what does good mean for you? Give me some specifics.
Good means I'm committed. Good means I'm doing well at following intermittent fasting. Good means I'm checking off the boxes of being a good girl.
Yeah. Yeah. This is really helpful, Tracy. This is really helpful. But I just want to show you that before you stood on the almighty scale, you were feeling good. Then you stood on the scale and the scale said, bad, Tracy. And you fell for it. And now you feel shame. And now you feel judgment. And now you're not certain about what you're doing.
Right.
And so I just want you to try to let go of the scale for the moment. And I'm going to tell you, I think stay off of it. Stay off the scale, because, and don't measure things. What I want you to do is pay attention to how your clothes fit. I want you to pay attention to how your energy is. I want you to pay attention to, is this rhythm that you are getting, is it working for you? Are you sleeping better? You know, are you happier? Let's pay attention to those things first, because those are the things that you notice more quickly. Eventually, the scale will change. But if you're putting on muscle mass, it's going to take a little time. And by the way, muscle helps you lose fat. We know that, right? But when you're working out and you haven't done that before, what's happening is that your body holds on to the fluid, because the fluid is fueling the muscle development. So everything is working really towards what you want based on how you feel about your body and how you feel about the rhythm. The scale is the wrong measurement right now. That's all. It just, in this moment, the scale's not helping you. I'll tell you, let me tell you, when I lost my 60 pounds, I did not weigh myself for a year and a half, because I knew I was addicted to the scale, and I knew I would judge myself. Some days I would stand on that scale, Tracy, and if I'd lost too much, it freaked me out, and I would sabotage my system, because I was like, whoa, I'm not going to be safe if I lose too much weight. That was my personal mindset issue, right? And then, there's some days I'd stand on the scale, I hadn't lost a thing, and then I'd go into judgment. I'm working so hard, how can I not be making progress? And then there were days when I stood on the scale and I gained weight, and I'm like, what the heck? Of course, I learned eventually, it's like, but I was working out like a fiend. And as I did research into that, I was like, oh, I'm building muscle mass that's heavier than fat. I'm retaining some water that's heavier than fat. So I could actually be losing fat and not know it. So then I started doing something new. I would stand in front of the mirror and take my jeans and tug on them and just see, because when I started, I was falling out over the top of my jeans. So I couldn't move them. I was like packed in there. And then eventually I could move the jeans like side to side. It was like, that's interesting. And then pretty soon I wasn't spilling out over my jeans. And then pretty soon I could pull them a little bit, tug on them, and they started moving. And then pretty soon I noticed in my butt was sagging right in the back. And then pretty soon I could stand in front of the mirror and yank my jeans all the way down off. I was like, wow, that's how I decided, am I moving body size where I wanted to go? I used my clothes as my recognition of that. You feel that? So what I want you to do is, have you been working inside this? Have you listened to the neurotools? Have you started doing any of those?
Yes.
What's your favorite neurotools?
I love my body.
Yeah. And that's probably your go-to. I'd like you to use the binaural one, and the I love my body are probably your go-to, Tracy, because that will help you shift faster than anything else. Looking in the mirror love will help you a lot. But I would do those over and over and over all day long, because the more you're loving your body into your ideal weight, you're loving your body into the perfect solution for you. Shaming, I want to say to you, you got to let it go. No more shaming, no more body shaming, no more shaming your behavior, the whole good girl thing. Let it go. Let it go. And do you have any issues about safety in a smaller body?
I have, as you were talking, I'm not sure if it's probably a form of safety around, being loved,
Yes.
being lovable.
And so the most important ones to you, I'm just going to tell you, if you can just trash your scale, right? Trash it and just use how you feel in your body. Use how you feel in your body. Here's the thing, sooner or later, you can release the fat. It can just slide off your body. And your muscles are getting stronger, which is what you need anyway to help burn the fat, but also really just your body needs strong muscles and strong bones to be healthy. And the other thing that can cause weight gains, are cycles. Your own cycle is creating all of that. You have got to let go of judging your body in the now, and you've got to love your body for the long haul. Because that's the way to wellness. That's the way to perfection. Feel it?
Thank you.
And I'm going to give you another checkbox, right? You raised your hand. Check. That is a woman of courage. That is a woman that has an intention to create a change. That shows me a lot. That on day one, call one, you are questioner number one. Tracy, this is going to transform your life and your body the way you want it to. And we are in it for the long haul. A 90-day challenge is it's just an excuse to get started. Quite honestly, it's just like, let's do a sprint, get out of the gate. Okay. But it's really a lifelong journey that you are going to start loving your body at any weight, at any size, all the way on the journey to where you're going.
Thank you, Deb.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks. Good. Good. Anybody else want to play?
Who else? We probably have time for one more. So who wants to have this conversation? Want to check in and have a conversation with Deb about how you're feeling about your journey. This is a safe place, you guys. This is okay to talk here.
All right. It looks to me, I thought I had a hand up, but maybe I don't. Oh, I do. Krista.
Raquel. Oh, who do we have? We got Krista and Raquel.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, go ahead. Who do you want first, Raquel or Krista?
Krista, you're up. Go for it.
Okay. Well, I am just starting the Ican Mind stuff. So I just made the decision about 4 days ago to go all in with Amari. So I just want to take advantage of everything that's being offered to me. I probably about a month ago, I was down to 180 pounds, which that is the first time since I can remember, since high school, being under 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And just the other day, I stepped back on the scale and I'm up to like 198. So I see it creeping up with just some changes that I've made. So I want to get back on track. And I feel like my mind and everything needs to be on track too. So that's why I'm here and want to work through it.
Yes. Good for you. Good for you. So again, I will tell you, please stay off the scale for a while. Allow your body to get used to the new products. Allow your body to get used to the new mindset stuff. Just allow the journey to unfold, because you're in the right place. Krista, I use exclusively Amari products, and I've used everything. I've tried everything, and this is what my home now. And so what I want you to know is that you've chosen the best of the best as far as what you can consume and put in your body. Now you're choosing the best to what to consume with your mind, right? So now what you got to do is get in harmony with your body. So when you get up every morning and you look in the mirror, notice what you used to say. And instead what you're saying is, I love you. I'm going to give you the best, right? I'm going to work with you to find our balance. We're going to find the harmony, no more judgment, no more shaming, no more condemnation. We are going to find the balance, and I'm going to listen to you, and I'm going to love you, because you know this is your one and only body, guys. So if you make it difficult for this body to give you the life experience you look for, right? That's something we can change. That's what we're here to do. We're here to elevate this body and allow it to give you the life experience you're looking for. Make sense, Krista?
Mhm.
You're in the right place. We're going to have a lot of fun. No judgment, no condemnation, no shame. Let go of all of that and just come and play. Okay?
I'm excited for it.
Good. All right. Who else has a question or comment? Anything? I saw a lot of people say they were at work. I understand.
Yeah, Raquel's up next.
Go for it, Raquel.
Thanks, Krista.
Rooting for you, Krista. You too, Tracy. Hi, Deb. How are you?
I'm fabulous. How about you?
I feel like I am so ill prepared, and I believe that there has to be some level of block as to why I am not on board with this, because I want to be on board with this. I have goals that I am going to achieve, and I know that I need this, but I find myself so disconnected to this program, and I'm not quite sure what it is, but I want to get on board. So I'm hoping you can help me.
Yeah. So you want to get on board with your product consumption or with the mindset consumption?
With the mindset consumption. I'm
Right.
good with the products.
So here's the thing. Everything new requires, a little bit of desire, a little bit of, wanting something different. So I'm going to help you with some leverage right now. Okay. So how many times, what's the big goal? What are you trying to accomplish?
Well, I have a goal of dropping 55 by 55. My birthday is in September, and I'm going to let go of 55 pounds by my 55th birthday. But now that this challenge is before us, I believe that could happen before September 10th.
Yeah. So how many times in your journey have you dropped 30 or more pounds and then found yourself in a place where you needed to repeat that pattern?
Probably enough to be another me.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So how about the first thing you say is, look, I have two goals here. I want to drop 55 pounds by my 55th birthday. And then I want to maintain that weight, right, through my 65th birthday.
Okay.
So what you're doing is you're saying, you know what, I've done this before. I know I can drop the weight. I mean, we've all done it before. You know, it's possible. You just restrict the calories in and you extend the calories out. I mean, it, quote unquote, simple math to drop the weight, but that doesn't mean that simple math creates lifestyle, a healthy wellness lifestyle. And so you have, job one is to move yourself to where you want to be. Job two is to create the patterns and the lifestyle that it extend for the rest of your life. And so in order to do this differently, well, if you want a different result, you got to do something different. Would you agree?
Agreed.
Okay. So here's what I would say is do us the favor and just go in and watch the Getting Started module. Just go watch that one module.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end,
let me give a clarification. I have gone through But adopting this, I don't know, maybe it was the end of the month and closing the end of the month, and it's starting all around that same time, just kind of made me feel a little behind the 8 ball. And I just feel behind. And so I know that I just need to get on track, but I do feel as though, beside the obvious things that I really don't want to be excuses, I feel like I have some mental block as well to adopting this.
Here's the thing, the feeling of I'm behind is a sabotage. It is the brain's, one of the brain's most powerful sabotages is you're behind, why bother? You know, I'm in overwhelm and I'm behind, never mind. And so here's the truth. You cannot be behind for creating the rest of your life. When you are in a journey to create the rest of your life, where you are is where you are. There's no such thing as being behind. And being behind, the thought I'm behind, never mind, I can't get in, right? That, I just want you to feel that. That's the thing that creates failure. You can't fail at creating the life you desire if you just keep trying, stay on. The only way you can ever fail is to quit, because it's all in front of you. So the thought that you're behind and you can't catch up is a great way to sabotage and end your success. So what I'd say is just make a week goal. Just this next week, okay? Just for this next week, your goal is to get in and get it started and find a rhythm. So I would say choose the easy does it route. The easy does it route says, I'm the boss of my body in the morning, and I'm going to listen to a neuro tool when I go to sleep. And then I'm just going to get in every day, and I'm going to watch that 5-minute power up. That's all I'm going to do. So you have a total investment of conscious time, right? Conscious time, your total investment is like 10 minutes. Can you do 10 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you're going to turn it on when you fall asleep and let the neuro tool do the work while you are sleeping. So 10 minutes of your day is the easy does it plan. You can do that. Get in and commit for a week, and then let's see where you end up.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm suggesting is if you will do that much for 1 week, you'll know, does this resonate with me? And if it does, do another week. If it does, do another week. And that's kind of the process of showing your mind baby steps. This is not an all or nothing kind of journey. One simple step. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I can't wait to see you in a week or two. All right.
Hey, Deb.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something too. By the way, while we were talking about this, I reached out to Dr. Sean Talbot, who is the amazing formulator of these products at Amari, the unique proprietary products that we have here. And I explained to him some of the feedback around the weighing in. And I'm still having this ongoing conversation with him. But what I want you all to know and to consider is that if you're part of the GBX Fit Burn Challenge, like Deb said, it's a commitment to a lifestyle and an ongoing improvement, not just a prize. The long-term benefits are so much more valuable than the prize. And he said from all the trials that he's done of clinical weight loss or, weight type of trials that he's done throughout his years, that it is very typical and very common for folks to see the kind of fluctuations that Deb is talking about that are misleading with the scale. And that the purpose of the weigh-in is not as much a measurement of pass or fail, like get on the scale and let's see, whether you've lost weight or not. And if you haven't lost weight, then you failed this week. The purpose of the weigh-in is tracking the muscle gain of the program. And so that's why they capture the weigh-in. That certainly week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, you can fluctuate all during that. And it's just more of a data collection for the study for them as a clinical type of trial than it is a reflection of, are you doing good or not doing good? But we totally understand that a scale is a measurement that we hold ourselves up to. And Deb, you can speak a little bit to that. And just like we talked about, that someone could feel good before they got on the scale, and then all of a sudden, because the scale is that measurement of in our mind of whether we're doing well or not of the results, then we have decided that we're not doing well because of what the scale showed. So anyway, I'm working with him on reevaluating weekly weigh-ins, but it is part of the clinical type of trial collection of data points that scientists like to get. It's not a reflection of whether anybody judges whether you're doing a good job or not.
The problem we have, Laura, is that the person standing on the scale is judging and is expecting loss. And so it would probably help all of us if you said, look, you're probably going to gain. The scale is going to go up for the first 2 weeks because you're packing on fat burning muscle. And yay, that's a good thing, because now you have more stuff in your body that's going to start chewing away all the fat. Yay, you anticipate it, right? And then boom, it goes to work on the fat. So the challenge that doctors always have is they are looking at statistics and numbers and data. And the person taking the product is expecting loss. And so you have 2 different data points that are occurring. And what happens then is too many people quit. They quit because the expectation is not met. So that's probably all we have to deal with. And if you guys, seriously, if you are working out and you are using a product that is going to build muscle mass, that is such an asset for you. You know, one of the things that happens to too many people is they go on kind of starvation types of diets where they are going to reduce their calorie intake. And did you know that when you go on a strict diet, the first thing you lose is muscle mass? And that may look good on the scale, but it's horrible for your health and for your long-term ability to lose fat. Some people can drop 50 pounds and actually be in a worse place, which is why we put the fat back on so fast, because you've actually lost the part of your body that could actually help you maintain great weight. So yeah. I'm always going to help you with what's the mind doing, right? Laura's going to help you with what's the product doing. Yeah. And that's why this is so powerful together, is I want to help you through this transition, guys, and not have your mind sabotage your journey. So
yeah, it's true. And if you need to not weigh yourself, then don't let the scale be a reflection. I have recommended, there's 3 survey points in the 90-day journey. And I think that's a good time to evaluate. I know for myself, when I had that weight loss journey that I shared with you guys before, my first month, I did not lose any weight. But I mentally committed, just like I did to these products, and just like you encourage people to do to Happy Juice, I mentally committed to 90 days. I'm going to stay on this 90 days because I trust Dr. Sean's science behind it. And sure enough, in my past experience, in the second month, I was doing the exact same things that I was doing in month 1, but all of a sudden things were changing. Pounds were dropping, inches were dropping, pants were fitting looser, and I was doing the same thing. But that's because month 1, you cannot judge what's happening or see what's happening in your body chemistry. You'll only know if you give up. And I always, I just believe in the science. So I'm going to stick for 90 days. And at the end of 90 days, once I've been consistent, then I'll judge whether it worked for me or not. Because the you that you are seeking could be on the other side of that 90 days. But if
Yeah.
you stop in week 1 or week 2 or week 3, you'll never know it. You'll never see it. So let's join together to make that 90-day commitment to ourselves. You're worth it. And Deb has 90 days of content for that reason. 90 days of content for you to feed your mind and feed and nourish your soul with encouragement to stay on track and stay committed.
Yeah. I love you
All right.
guys so much. I'm so excited with what you're doing. So excited. All right, Laura, I know we got to go, right?
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Did I lose? I got you. Okay. Did I lose Deb? No, Deb. Okay. Yes, guys. I'm going to go ahead and run.